Hey everyone, this is my first video here on talking to to the channel myself. I only post videos of me playing guitar covers and guitar improvisations. I do not play live often, so I use this platform to share a bit what I play. Anyway, I'm going to make this video to compare both roasted maple necks. Why? Because when I bought here the Harley Benton Fusion 3, uh, it has a roasted maple neck, and I never had played in a roasted maple neck, and I had no idea what difference it was to a normal one. Uh, However, I was really glad with the purchase, and recently I got here this guitar and the 8 string. An 8 string guitar that has roasted maple neck as well. And when I was like 2 years ago searching the internet for feedback on the Fusion 3 guitars, I also stumbled across the question from other users that they also did not know what was the difference between roasted maple and if they were worth the cost. And I remember a feedback from a user saying that in Thomann and Harley Benton, the quality of the roasted maples necks and the colors, the hue, can vary a bit on the batches that they receive for the guitars. Same thing as the finish of the guitars. Some finishes are a bit more bright. I'm going just to move here so you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm just going to grab my guitar. I'm talking about this type of finish that have flames, okay, the flame top finishes. They can vary a bit. When I was buying this guitar and putting this guitar on the equation, if I should buy it or not, I was afraid that this tone here, the orange on the center, would be too much bright, because I had seen some photos of this guitar, this model, that the orange was so bright that the difference here for the darker brown, for the sunburst, would be like there would be no how you say in French, dégradé. I mean, the transition would be not as smooth. You can see here the transition. It starts with the brown here and then moves up to a bit more dark, and it's not as subtle. You can see here where it goes, but it's not a bright orange then a full dark brown out of nowhere. And I'd seen some photos of guitars like that, and I really do not do not like that. Orange is also not my favorite color on guitars. I wanted the blue one. The blue one, I think it's really nice, but I think it was luck, maybe fate even. Um, I think this guitar was the best choice in this color, mostly because it matches, this color here matches very nicely with the neck. Then I have here my new guitar that arrived 1 week ago. It's an 8 string guitar, okay. I'm not going to play anything, I'm just going to compare the necks, just to show you a bit the finish. It's flip-flop finish, as it says in the website. I really dig that when you move to a different angle. I think in the camera you don't see it very well, but here in live you can see it very clearly. When you see the light in different angles, it changes to purple hues in the color, and that's really thing that I really dig. It's really nice, and it goes along with John Petrucci's guitars. I think he has one that does that. Yes, and I bought an 8 string because I wanted to play some flip talk on Deftones. I know John Petrucci is also exploring that area. He played one song on the last Dream Theater album. But I'm going to return this one and also get order this model, but in 7 strings. It's also a multi-scale guitar. The 7th string has a really nice sound. The 8th string here, it's a beast you need to tame and learn how to tame, because it's so bassy. You need to cut a lot of low range frequencies and maybe boost a bit the mids. I read about it. But I think the most thing that is going to take a lot of time to get is the peak attack. You cannot attack so much because of the pitch shifting and so on. The note goes a bit sharp because of how thick it is. You can mitigate that some ways, but I don't think it's worth on my end, even because I can reach some those tunings using sleep token tunings. For example, I can reach them using the neural DSP transpose function, the pitch shifter. I think I can do that in a 7th string, and then most of the songs I would play that require extended range guitar are mostly like Dream Theater, maybe some Slipknot in drop A. Deftones has plenty of songs in 7 strings as well. I think a 7 string will do that. But now comparing the necks, it's what I wanted to talk to you about, because I had lots of questions about that when I was buying roasted maples, and I hope this video can help someone. If not, well, I leave my contribution out there. So let me see if I can show you side by side the necks, really side by side. Yeah, I think it works like this. Okay, you can see how bigger in terms of size the 8 string neck is, the radius, right? It's like almost the double of the size. That's not an issue. It's how it is. It needs a bigger neck to hold the strings. However, you can see the colors between these two guitars, the necks, the roasted maple, they are very different. Here the 8th string cost me 229 euros, but the Fusion at the time it cost me around almost as double, 419 I think. So it would be expected, given the price, to have a better made instrument here on the Fusion than the 8th string, and that's actually the case. Also in terms of specs, it's better. The Fusion has locking tuners. Here the 8th string is just Tom and I guess, or Harley Benton random tuners, not random but generic. But also in terms of the quality of the roasting process, it's very different. You can see it's not and you can see in the video it shows a bit a difference in the colors. These on the 8th string is it's a lot lighter, okay, and if I would be playing this guitar without knowing which specs it had, I would say this is a normal maple. However, this guitar, you can clearly see it's a roasted maple. You can see the flames here on the back side of the neck. I think people call it neck flames or wood flames or something. When you process it to a roasting process, it enhances this type of characteristics in the wood. However, this one doesn't have that much, right? Here on the fretboard, yeah, in the fretboard you see some things about. You can see here. Okay, sorry about this finger, but you can see here. Also, it gets a bit darker on these frets. In terms of comfort in playing, I think this guitar is pretty comfortable to play in terms of neck. You don't feel any harsh part in the neck. It's a decent neck made all around. But this guitar, the neck of this guitar is just more comfortable. I think the effort to do that was much more. They paid more attention in making these necks for these guitars than to these ones. This one is much comfortable, and maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm much more used to 6 strings and this type of necks than this one. But I think the end product in this neck is much better. But in terms of visually, well, visually comparing both necks, yeah, you can see I'm going just to zoom out a bit, not to be as close to the ring light. Yeah, you can see it's pretty different, right? I can try to show you a bit on another angle. I can catch my camera and show you how they are side by side here in my bed. Moment. Okay. I'm just going to turn off the ring light function. Yeah, you can see now how they are a bit different. Okay. Just a second. Okay, it's another angle without the ring light, just natural light coming from the window. Yeah. Here it's the 8th string as a matching headstock with a finish. The other one does not have. That's okay. But yeah, you can see it's a different type of color in both necks, even though they are both labeled as roasted maples. Okay. Anyway, just to wrap up, just going to give you a little bit more overview now on the body, just in case someone is curious about it. Then you have the fusion. Okay. Anyway, in terms of to wrap up the quality, or what are my 2 cents about these two guitars. I mean, if you like this guitar and you want an 8th string, even though I said this neck from the Fusion was a bit better, I would buy this guitar if I wanted an 8th string, for sure. If I wanted to keep an 8th string, I would keep this guitar, for sure. However, you can see the difference, and if someone out there had that same question that I had when I was buying roasted maples for the first time, this one, I hope this video can help someone to pick this, maybe see the differences. I'm hoping that when I order my 7th string, they have somewhat darker neck. They do not have them in stock. You can now reserve. They said the time for them to be in stock is between 6 and 8 weeks. So I'm hoping maybe the next batches of necks will be a bit darker. At least in the website the neck shows a bit darker. And yeah, I hope this video can help someone. Just a final note, sorry about not looking as much to the camera than I was looking at the computer. It's just a matter of habit, as in meetings I'm also the same. But yeah, I hope this video can help someone. If you have questions, I will answer them in the comments for sure. Drop a comment, and yes, I will help for sure, as long as I have the knowledge to do so. Okay, thank you for watching, and have a good day.